We want to talk about some of the design trends that we're seeing in 2026 and what really inspired us to make the choices we did in our Greenville model.
So we're in our rec room down in the basement, and one of the trends that has been going on for years and I see no end to it is color drenching a room. It brings in a certain style and aesthetic that can match with anything. We chose to go with a deep, bold gem color.
I was thinking about this room, I thought about whiskey and wine. This is the grown-ups room. I wanted the family who lived in this house to feel like they could come downstairs, invite their friends over to play cards, have a glass of red wine, and not feel like they're in such a stark, clean, modern home. The modern cottage is coming back, and one of the biggest themes that we see are patterns, colors, and opportunities to really show personality.
We're seeing a big move towards warmer, unique cabinetry, which also brings the outside into the inside and gives it an elevated look.
Something that I wanted to do when thinking about our kitchen is add a little bit more depth and color. So going away from those stark, big white countertops, something that has movement and hides some of the crumbs when you're cooking in a busy kitchen. We also chose on the countertop island to use a mitered edge, which gives it a heavier, bulkier feel, but then did a cove cut over here in the perimeter to add something that feels classic, and again, movement, texture, color. We also pulled the backsplash up. We chose to keep it at the same height as the counters for continuity in the line, but added just a little lip here so that there's somewhere for you to set your salt and pepper, add more of your personal self to that kitchen. So it feels like your home, a place for you to put your curated things. Neutrals have been used so much in the past, and that's something that we're seeing going away. There's a lack of fear to add color. We wanted to take the color from our stone and pull it into our countertop colors in the dining room, where we've taken this floor-to-ceiling mural wallpaper that really coordinates in with the mauves and the deep purples of the stone and gives the whole space a personality that feels more unique. If you're anything like me, you want to live in a new modern home, but you also have old things that belong to your family that you'd like to incorporate as part of your design. Our goal in this styling of this house was to be able to use vintage pieces that you've collected or found at the local antique store, and also incorporate them in without everything looking like it's grandma's. I wanted to use grandma's old plates and old dinnerware that I inherited in a way that wasn't put away, but something that looked really nice and fresh.
Across from the kitchen, we have the living room. We still wanted it to feel warm, inviting, so the focal point, we focused on a cast stone mantle. This is by Arch Casting. It comes in different textures and different colors. As you see with the kitchen, we wanted it to feel warmer, organic, and bring out some of the exterior textures inside.
I love it when clients aren't afraid to mix styles. Something I continue to see in the market, whereas we focused on the modern cottage feel of this home, we still made a few choices that were in different eras. So I chose a very mid-century light because of its width of the room that would go along with this low sofa, really designed to entertain, have your friends over. The focus for this space is not on the television. It's on the fireplace and the conversation. I'm a fan of color. And when I saw Kohler come out with their new line of color toilets, I wanted to integrate a green toilet into the Greenville market. But the way that I'm making it work so that this still feels modern cottage is with these side panelings of trim and a custom-made wallpaper from Spoonflower that is actually Greenville. If you look here, we'll see the bridge, you see Bon Secours Arena, and lots of different buildings that are designed to bring a personal touch into your home. Our upstairs loft is inspired by family, a place where family can get together to read books, to play games. I imagine filling these shelves up with toys if you have little ones, with board games if they're a little bit older, with pictures, with books that you've read and laughed about, and even memories that your family's gotten, like the big driftwood piece that we found on the beach on a walk together. This room with the picturesque window brings the light in that calms the family down.
One of the design features that we added into this room, so you can see with the vaulted ceilings, are the white oak beams. These just add a different element to the room and bring in a different color as well.
Yeehaw, guys. Every time we do a model, our goal is to create themes, things that are memorable. So I try to think about who's gonna be living in that space. In this space, the daughter of the family loves horseback riding, loves racing, and wants a place to show off her lariats, wants a place to feel like she's really immersed into her hobby. We take the theme as far as we can, but also keeping it clean and sweet to match the personality of the person we think is going to be living in the room. It's an easy way to take a simple square room, add just a bit of trim, a little bit of color, and make it feel personal to you. Thanks for taking your time to see some of the design choices that we've made. If you find yourself in Greenville, please come by and see our model. We'd love to talk to you about building your home.